sir.
I appreciate you,
Ain't
man.
no thing, man.
Thanks for coming through,
thing.
man.
Ain't
It's a
no
blessing,
thing.
man. I know we rapped about this for a minute, but I knew we was gonna make it happen at some point.
For sure.
To get you on the podcast, man.
For sure.
Because I think your story is interesting, man. I think that what you've been through is educational to a lot of men. You know, a lot of men have been through or going through what you've already been through. So,
all right.
Anyway, man. But Sean, DeSean, what do you like to go by, bro?
We can go by Sean, man. Let's go with Sean. Let's
go with Sean.
Yes, sir.
I always say this because after the podcast, you might be famous, so you want to let them know what you want to go by.
No question. No question. I ain't no doubt in my mind, man.
You got any introduction you like to introduce yourself as?
I'm just Sean, man. I know Travis, I met him out here being a longshoreman. Since he has been in my life, he's been an inspiration, somebody I look up to, somewhat of a mentor too, in a sense. So I just appreciate him being a part of my life, and I appreciate him asking me to be here today. So yeah.
Oh, that's dope, man. I appreciate that, bro.
No
Real
thanks.
talk, man. From the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So Sean, man, how would you describe your childhood?
Ooh, childhood. When I describe my childhood, I'm trying to look for a specific word, but I'm gonna just be as organic as I can be. My childhood, it was, and it's kind of similar to somebody else you brought up here. I can't remember the young man's name, but it's like I thought it was good. I thought everything was good because I seen a lot of misfortune of what was going on with other people around me, and I guess I looked at it as a comparison, and I seen what they had versus what I had, and I feel like I never lacked. I never, didn't have anything. But I say my childhood. It's really a tough question for me to answer.
I got you.
Because if you would have asked me this question 10 years ago, my answer is different then than it is today.
Wow. Of course.
Yeah, so...
Because you're constantly evolving as a man.
There you go.
And also you're processing things.
Yes, sir.
We learn to process things. The older we get and the more mature we get, we learn to process things in a more efficient manner.
Right.
Then when we was kids, you can't process things when you're a kid, when you're younger. You don't know why things is happening.
Yes, sir.
Why things is going on. But I think that's a great answer, man.
Okay.
That's definitely a great answer, man. For sure, man. So, Sean, did you grow up with your mom and your dad?
No, I did not. I grew up with my mom. I met my dad when I was about 6, I want to say 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him. I was introduced to him. He was in prison when he was in prison before from the time I was born up until I was about 6 or 7 when I finally got a chance to meet him.
So when he get out of prison, this is your first time meeting him?
Yes, at the age of 7.
Okay.
My dad, he's a Florida native, Miami. Dade County, Miami, born and raised.
Dade County.
Yeah. That's
305, right?
Yeah.
305.
That's
I always hear him say that.
Yeah, so that's where he's from. So I met him. He was in my life for about 2 years. I say till I was about the age of 9. He would come get me over the summer. I would spend some time with him, and I would just go back home. But after that, just disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, after 2 years of finally meeting my dad at the age of 7, like I say, up to the age of 9, 2 years later, didn't hear from him again. So I was about 15 or so.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a big gap in between time. And, being a child, wondering, first of all, I didn't even, it was strange to me because my brother and my sister would always talk about their dad, but I never had anything to say about my dad before the age of 7 because I never knew he existed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he existed. So it was, it just left a feeling of I guess some would say emptiness, but just, I think I was confused a lot as a child because I had a lot of questions, but I didn't have the answers. When you're young, There's a lot that you don't understand. Yeah.
Like I say, you can't even process a lot of
sure.
it because you don't know how to process it. You don't even have the proper tools to process what's going on. But as you get older, you can kind of dig your way through it, man.
For sure.
You have the, I guess the mental capacity is what I was trying to get to. Yeah.
You start understanding a lot more on a different level.
Yes.
Because when you, I feel like when you're younger, you come to your own terms and your own understandings. And a lot of times when you're young, you might tell yourself certain things just to comfort yourself, just so it'll be okay with you, and you can make things okay with yourself. But as you get older and you understand on a different level, you might can then go back and tell yourself, no, this wasn't okay.
Yeah, this wasn't okay.
Right.
So yeah, man, when I ask a lot of brothers about their childhood and how they grew up, everybody has been through trauma.
For sure.
Of some sort. Everybody has been through it. Some kind of misfortune activities or events, right?
Yes, sir.
And but most brothers say I had a good childhood though. Even though it was bad when I look back on it, but as a kid, hey man, it was good. And I think, like you was just saying, you tell yourself certain things to make it okay, right?
Right.
And then you start saying, this is a way of life. This is the way it is.
Facts.
So I'm cool with it.
Facts.
And then when you get a little older, you start processing a little more. Then you say, hey man, you know what? This wasn't okay, bro. This is, matter of fact, I'm still dealing with some things as an adult that I went through as a
picked
child.
up as a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many things, man. Bad habits.
Man, talk about it. Talk about it.
So many things, man. But that's dope, man. That's dope. So, so you were solely raised by your mom.
Yes.
Okay.
And grandma, she played a big part of my life.
Grandma. Shout out to grandma.
Yes, sir. All around the world. Man. All around the world. Grandma's the goat.
Yes, man. They are the original goats, man.
Yes, sir. Sir.
I never had a chance to meet either one of my grandmothers. My mother's mom and my dad's mom died before I was born. And but we had my mom's oldest sister, my Aunt Gladys.
She kind of filled that role.
Yes.
Okay.
My Aunt Gladys, she was like our grandmother. We went to her house on summer vacations. We went to her house down in Carolina, and she always did. And I knew my mom looked to her for a lot of guidance.
Okay.
So she was kind of like, she was her older sister. So I know she was she played the grandmother role to us, even though she wasn't our grandmother, but she played that role to us, Always gonna bake us a nice chocolate cake when we come, that kind of stuff. So.
I think you need that as a child, because you need to. I think as a kid we pick up a lot of offense to some things we shouldn't even be offended by.
That's right.
But like you say, like we were both saying, with that young mind and you not knowing how to really interpret things, it's like the slightest thing can set you off, or the slightest thing you can be upset about it. As we done been through life now, and and as grown man, we process things differently.
Yes.
So it's like something that would have offended me at the age of 9, now at the age of 34.
It's
not gonna bother me. Yeah. So
right.
I think is important, and it's pivotal to have that in your life as a young that grandmother, somebody was filling that role.
For
so
sure, man.
I think it was good that you say your Aunt Gladys.
My Aunt Gladys.
Yeah, that's a grandma name. Gladys.
That's right. So true, man. So Sean, with that being said, with you and your mother and your grandmother solely raising you,
right?
Your dad kind of popped in and then popped back out.
For sure.
How do you think that influenced your decision making as an adult, now?
Man, all right. we say this gonna be a real interview.
Hey,
so
let's get into it, man.
Man, it actually, I think it hinders me.
Okay.
It hinders me because I always gotta, when it comes to doing things and me trying to perceive things as a man should.
Okay.
It's like I never had that example. All of my uncles were in and out of prison for the most part. Some of them just now coming home as me being an adult. They've been pretty much down my whole life. So without having that male figure there, it oftentimes have me question: am I doing this the right way, or am I doing this like how a man should do it, or am I handling this like? So it'll cause me to freeze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll cause me to freeze and just constantly second guess myself. Like it's hard for me to step with confidence, and it's becoming easier as I'm through therapy and all these different things. But
you're learning to get better at it.
Yeah. And just to face situations like a lot of times I'm non-confrontational, and when I do face confrontation, it often comes out. I lead with anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like instead of me being able to emotionally put things in the right perspective, my first go-to will be just I'm upset.
I'm gonna get mad about it. Yeah. And that's almost like a defense mechanism.
Yeah, for sure.
I talk about this all the time, man. We talk about emotional intelligence, right? And emotional intelligence allows you to understand why you're feeling what you're feeling,
right?
To understand when you're feeling it and what to do with it, how to channel it, And that's something that we just didn't get. And you just don't get from all those missing pieces of growing up.
For sure.
You didn't understand that emotional intelligence about it, So, yeah, but that's good, man. I mean, at least you're on the right track that you're trying to get better at.
For sure. I mean, you got to. You can't just. I heard it once said that it's not our fault what happened to us in life, but it is our responsibility as an adult to correct those things.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's our responsibility. You can't just go around being like, oh, well, I'm like this because this happened.
And this is what it is. Yeah, you got to get better, man.
For sure.
I like that, man. So, Sean, how many children you have?
I have four beautiful children.
4 beautiful kids.
Two girls, 2 boys.
2 girls, 2 boys.
Yes,
I like that, man. Married?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Sean, let me ask you this, man. Being married and having 4 children, which role comes easier to you, man? Being a father or being a husband?
Being a husband
is way easier.
I'm not gonna say it's way easier, but it's definitely.
It comes easier to you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that, man. I see it both ways, man, because, a little story about myself. I felt like being a father was way easier when my kids was growing up, because my wife, sometimes I had to learn to love my wife, right? But with my kids, nobody had to teach me how to love them. It was instinct. As soon as they was born,
for sure,
I loved them. So I didn't have to do that back and forth. Or do I love them? How to love them? This and that. But with your wife, it's like a whole different person.
Right.
And I'll say now that my kids are adults, now that my kids are grown, that husband thing is way easier because me and my wife are on the same page. And, I learn from her, she learns from me. Okay. We're kind of doing life together, Okay. And now the kids are kind of, I'm not sure how to be a dad some days.
See, I think it's different because I think once the kids grow up and they kind of like coming into adulthood and leaving it, you gotta let them make decisions on their own. So it's like at that point, I feel like you parent when necessary, when they come to you for advice or they come to you to ask you certain,
it's not consistent.
Right,
when they're younger.
Right. So, but your wife is a constant thing.
Yes, it is.
And that's why I feel like it makes it easier for me because I'm learning her every day. Kids are evolving from the time they're born to the time they leave the house. So they constantly changing. Like what they might be okay with or cool or accept this day, next year might be a whole different thing.
That's right.
This cool today, but
right.
Dad, come on, man. Like you're embarrassing me. Like. You know what I'm saying?
No, you got a point, man.
And
you got a valid point.
and just with kids, I do believe Pastor Logan said it, and I totally agree with him. He said they have different personalities.
Yes, they do.
With kids, it's different personalities. Like what may affect this kid this type of way might not affect this kid. Mm-hmm. You would think it's just
across the board.
Yeah, like this the way I'm a parent. I don't care how you feel about it. Like, but you can't.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah. So
no, I totally agree with that. Man.
I definitely think to answer your question, is
being a husband is easier for you.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
I would say that. Yeah.
I think you got a valid point on that.
Yes,
man,
sir.
For sure. So, Sean, they say that we are like natural providers and protectors, men, right? Mm-hmm. Which comes with challenges as well. Mm-hmm. Being a protector and being a provider. Mm-hmm. Which one of those roles do you believe comes easier to you?
I think they're both challenging in their own ways.
Okay.
Because if things don't go right, who the first person they're gonna look at?
You.
Yeah. They are. It's gonna always fall back on us.
Yes.
So you said a provider and what was the other?
And a protector.
And a protector. So I think in both roles, whenever something doesn't go as expected or as planned or how it's perceived that it should go, then we're going to be the ones looked at. So I think, I don't want to say tread lightly, but I just want to say, what am I trying to say? When it comes to being a provider, I think what helped me is, like I said, I never really had that example. So what helped me is just by looking at positive figures around me and just to see what direction I should go, what type of things I should be getting into.
What it entails.
A provider and a protector. That's a real tough question when you think about it, man.
It is.
That's a tough question when you think about it. Which one comes? You say which one comes easier?
That's right.
I think they're both challenging in their own right.
Okay.
I can't really say one or the other.
I got you. I could dig it, man. I could dig it 100%.
I'm trying to find the words, but I can't really.
Sean, how do you find balance in your life, man? When it comes to your spiritual life, your wife, your children, time for yourself, time for work, time for all of that, man. How do you find balance in all of that?
It's tough to find balance because my personality is I'm gonna put everybody else needs before mine. That's just how I am naturally. I'm a person that thinks about how everybody else feel, and I often neglect how I feel about certain things. So and I feel like as long as everybody else okay, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah. Because like I say, that ties back into us being the provider, the protector, all of that. So if ain't nobody coming to me with no complaints,
everything good.
I'm good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So everybody got a smile on their face. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. But I think that's a false
perception.
Yeah, that's a false perception because a lot of times you ain't good. When you give yourself time to sit back and think about it,
yes,
you ain't good. And there's a lot of things you're not good, you're not okay with, and I think a lot of times us as men, we just eat it. We just deal with it. Yeah. We just like whatever it is, what it is, and we just proceed and continue to go on. But finding balance. Sometimes I'll take time out for myself and